What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? How you feeling? Um, Hope y'all had a wonderful weekend, all that good stuff. I know I've been gone for a minute, but I'm back, and we got a little bit to talk about. All right, see y'all soon. What's the deal, good people? How you doing? How y'all feeling? It is our styles, Tino, and listen, I know I've been gone for a minute, but I do have a good explanation, a decent one at least. So my laptop was down, um, and laptop is down, well, was down, and then my camera was down, so I was not able to film any videos, and in the midst of that, I had to watch all this new news, see all this new news coming out that I cannot talk about. So yeah, that's what happened. Also, I do want to send out my condolences to Angie Stone's family. Angie Stone, she passed away yesterday due to a terrible accident. And it was just unfortunate. And so many deaths. Gene Hackman and his wife and their dog. Um, so it's just so much stuff going on right now, and it's unfortunate. But I do want to extend my condolences to the family. Um, I was pretty much a fan of Angie Stone's music. And yeah, it's just one of the things. It's like, wow, you can be here today and really be gone tomorrow. So, um, please, everyone, like, tell your loved ones you love them, live life, have fun, try not to stress about small things because life is short. So, rest in peace to Angie Stone, and yeah, let's get to some of this news. So, um, anybody Marvel fans? Y'all like Marvel? The movies, comic books, cartoons, whatever. I was never a Marvel comic guy, but I do enjoy the characters like Spider Man, X Men. My favorites were Spider Man and X Men. Like, if you were a '90s kid growing up, then Saturday mornings were everything. At least in my household, for me, it was like I would wake up every Saturday morning, with my big bowl of cereal, whatever cereal I was having, and I would cut on Fox Kids because that was my go-to. Fox Kids and ABC Kids, but Fox Kids to me had the better um shows or series or cartoons like X Men, Spider Man. You had Eat the Cat, um, so much. The Batman, so much. Even though Batman is DC, but still, all this stuff was on Fox. So yeah, for me, Marvel, my introduction to Marvel was like the cartoons, X Men, Spider Man cartoons. Fantastic Four was out a little bit back then. Iron Man was out, but it was not as popular as X Men and Spider Man. So why am I talking about this? Well, we do know that Marvel is in another phase, and they're working on some movies, and I believe the first movie in this new phase will be the Fantastic Four that comes out in June. And then they announced that the Avengers will come back out, Doomsday, and Robert Downey Jr. is playing Doctor Doom, which had people confused. But if you know the MCU, some kind of way they're gonna bring it in with the multiverse and all this stuff. Well, yesterday some news leaked out, or at least some pictures leaked out, some concept art leaked out. Not sure who leaked it out, but got leaked out, and they show some concepts for the direction they're going, which looked a bit medieval. Um, Again, I'm not too versed in the comics, so I already know this. Whatever story that they're gonna touch on comes from the comics, and of course Marvel, the MCU. We know that they're gonna add their own little touches to it, and just shake it up a little bit. But what caught my attention was when they showed the new a variant, or a new version of Black Panther. Now, if y'all know, I did a video about a month ago where I talked about who could play Black Panther, because they were talking about recasting T'Challa, which some people say they should have did, some people say they shouldn't have did it. Me didn't really matter. I watched the Black Panther 2 movie. It wasn't as good as the first one, but I felt like with Ryan Coogler had to work with, he did a good job, in my opinion. But you have people who felt like they should have recasted T'Challa, and that would have honored Chadwick. So it's up in there. It's up in the air on that one. But we now hear that Marvel and Kevin Feige is looking to recast T'Challa. Now, how will they do this? If I have my guess, it's going to be through something with the multiverse. But they did show a picture. In that picture, it looked like one of my top picks, which was Damson Idris or Idris, or like Denzel say, dancing, dancing Idris. So we gonna get into this video because there's a guy who does these videos, and I enjoy his work, and we just gonna react to it and just watch it and gain some insight on the things that he may know. So with that being said, I'm not gonna waste too much more time. We'll put these big ass headphones on. We're gonna get straight to it. Also, make sure you guys like and subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification button, all that good stuff, so that when I do release new videos, you guys will be the first to know and all that. Also, I do want to shout out one more thing before I leave. Well, before we watch the video, my homegirl Z has a clothing line called Hustle, and she's dope. She's based here in Michigan, in Detroit. Y'all know that's where I stay at. Y'all peep the Red Rings cap. Y'all see it. So I'm gonna leave. If you guys want to check that out, I'm gonna leave her Instagram description, her Instagram handle in my description box. You guys can check that out. Also, I'm gonna leave this video too. If you guys want to check this out later, the video that we're gonna watch right now, I'll leave this link in my description also as well. If you guys want to check it out on your own, or at least just check out more of his videos, because I believe he has dope content. So without further ado, let's get into it. Cause I know I can talk. I'm kind of long winded when I talk, so let's get into it. All right.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name is Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Obviously, the big thing today is the Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars concept art leak that is making its rounds on almost every channel and every social media post. And if you somehow haven't seen it already, I'll link our video down in the description, and at the end of this, we covered all the slides. But we have to do a separate video for what might have been one of the most important revelations in all of that concept art, the reveal of very likely who's to be the next Black Panther. We'll of course issue the caveat spoiler warning here because it's concept art. It doesn't mean it's 100% for sure, but at this late in the game, this close to the casting, and with rumors abound over the last month, there's a real likely chance that via a concept art leak unintentionally, we now know who's going to be the next T'Challa in the MCU. We're breaking it all down. Quick reminder, we do daily Marvel content at the channel. That's all we do. If you're into this kind of content, especially leading up to the next Avengers movies, this is your #1 place to check in. We keep up with all the news as it's breaking and always keep you informed for all the leaks, rumors, official Easter eggs, etc. So again, hit that sub button, leave a comment down below. It supports us as a channel, and I would sincerely appreciate it. Now let's dive into this concept art. Now again, today a bunch of concept art for Avengers Doomsday leaked out, and one of the particular frames was of T'Challa or Black Panther standing out front of what looks like the entrance to Wakanda. Now interestingly enough, 2 of those concept keys showed him masked in different iterations of his costume, but at least one of them had him unmasked, and the actor that was in the place for the concept keyframe was none other than Damson Idris, or Idris, Damson.
Y'all see? Now look. Now listen, like he said, it's concept art. So whoever was the artist who's drawn up these concepts, he could be using Damson just as maybe a reference. But I feel like that'd be a stretch to believe that, because it's so many other actors that he could have picked. It's so many actors, if you watch these YouTube videos, it's so many actors from different people, that they feel could be a good choice to play T'Challa. I mean, I've heard what's my man named Aldous Hodge. I've heard John David Washington, I believe would be a good choice, especially since his father is I believe playing the villain in this new Black Panther that they're working on. So it's a lot of different actors that they could have picked, but they picked Damson. And you know, thing about Damson. Well, I'm gonna get back to that, but let's watch this video because I don't want to draw this video on too long.
And Idris. You guys let me know down in the comments. But this is one of the actors that has been rumored to have been cast as T'Challa, or at least had an offer. And this is coming on the back of Industry Insider reports a month ago from Industry Insider Jeff Snyder, the guy who nailed Robert Downey Jr. coming back as Dr. Doom at least 2 months before Marvel confirmed that. He was the one who stated that they were actively trying to cast for a new T'Challa in the MCU, or who would be T'Challa's son that we saw in the post-credit scene of Wakanda Forever, now grown up in an older form. So basically a new T'Challa, but T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman's T'Challa's son. And of course, when Marvel's brass was asked about this, they basically denied it. And we do know Ryan Coogler's actively working on a Black Panther 3 because Denzel Washington was the one who confirmed that Coogler's writing a role from him, and it looks like, by all accounts, he's going to be playing the villain. But now that we actually have a name, one of the most rumored names, this makes a lot of sense for the Avengers Secret War storyline, because if you've kept up with the 2015 Jonathan Hickman run, the one that it looks like they're drawing heavily from in this concept art, he is basically the main protagonist, or the guy who's going to lead the charge to eventually defeat Dr. Doom. And there's not really a spoiler warning needed for this because it's pretty much known at this point. But after Doctor Strange ends up dying in that storyline, he leaves 2 gifts for Black Panther, who's accompanied by Namor. One of them is a fully loaded Infinity Gauntlet, which he uses to lead an army of Marvel zombies to help defeat Dr. Doom. The other is a device that allows him to travel the multiverse at will. And so we wondered what Marvel Studios might do to sort of substitute for this character, and the truth is that they don't have to. They literally seeded his son at the end of Wakanda Forever, and as long as they can age him up however they do with the multiverse and how the story goes, they have the T'Challa they need in the lineage of Chadwick Boseman's 616 T'Challa to lead this charge. Now, again, I don't think this is much of a spoiler because people have read Jonathan Hickman's Secret Wars. All of the panels from that comic are everywhere online, and we also know Marvel Studios and their shows are not going to go beat for beat from the comics. Their story, they are saying, is extremely radical and challenging. You can bet they have their own spin on it. They're only taking elements from the imagery and the storyline, but now that they're introducing T'Challa for sure in Doomsday, or I basically think a lot of these panels were Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars basically mixed in together. Some of them are Doomsday, but now that we know that they're bringing T'Challa into the fold for the story, I think the fact that they had Damson Idris in those concept keyframes makes it a lot more likely that he is the official MCU Black Panther going forward. Yes, occasionally they will go ahead and use an actor as a placeholder, but again, we are just so late in the game. They are literally starting to film on this, and next month, if they had an idea of who the actor is going to be in these keyframes, it's probably a good chance because, well, that's official. And of course, Marvel Studios would have loved to have held on to this and introduced a new T'Challa, say, on San Diego Comic-Con stage, but the real truth is that the Hollywood trades are definitely going to leak this sooner than later. They're not making it to SDCC at the end of the summer in order to announce that. So as much as I really do feel for this artist who obviously didn't intentionally do this, I also have to question why in the world you're even putting this stuff up on ArtStation in the first place. And even if you thought it was private, it is not hard for some people to bypass that stuff. Just the fact that he was uploading it, basically that's what leads to this. And of course, this is nothing new for Marvel Studios. In fact, I would argue the leaks about Toby and Andrew that kept coming steadily as if they were on a schedule from a marketing team throughout the entire summer, the whole year of 2021, is what made Spider-Man No Way Home one of the most anticipated and biggest grossing films of all time. So honestly, at the end of the day, I know that the artist probably feels terrible and he may be reprimanded. This may be negative for his career. At the end of the day, these kind of leaks and stuff really push forward the marketing and in a completely free way for Marvel Studios. So no harm, no foul. But of course, Damson Idris getting revealed as the brand new Black Panther is something they probably wanted to hold on to as long as they could, but now we know. Now on that exact subject, and only because again, I've been doing this for 7 years and this is the kind of content that was the bread and butter at the channel around the time of Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. Back in 2019, during the summer right after Avengers Endgame came out, we told you guys that Namor would be the villain in Black Panther. That actually came via an outlet called We Got This Covered that seems like they've sort of faded away in the background. At the time, they were a lot more prominent, but everybody called it clickbait and nonsense, and there's no way that we could know who the villain was, but it was true. Then early in 2020, even before the pandemic hit, we started talking about the fact that Spider-Man was going to team up with Tobey and Andrew. Everybody called that clickbait and said it was nonsense, and then a full 2 years later, it came to full fruition. And industry insider, rest in peace, Mikey Sutton, who's now passed away, was one of the first to say that they were going to throw everything, including the kitchen sink and a boatload of money, to make Hugh Jackman's Wolverine come back for Deadpool 3. Everybody called that clickbait in 2019, and lo and behold, it came true.
It happened.
Last year, when Jeff Snyder, someone who was willing to put their name on something on the Hot Mic podcast on YouTube, said that Robert Downey Jr. was coming back as Dr. Doom, Kevin Feige was asked about it within that same month because of a Marvel release, to which he responded, "Look, I don't think we need to do anything like that." And lo and behold, that came true. In fact, I didn't believe that one so much, we never covered it at the channel. The point that I'm making is that this news does get out there. And yeah, not all of it ends up becoming true. Someone said that Owen Wilson was actually going to be playing Kang in Loki Season 1. That was a huge miss. But a lot of the stuff that ends up getting corroborated that comes from the trusted industry insider sources that have built up track records over the last 3 or 4 years, there's a reason channels like mine exist. There's a reason there is a whole rumor mill and a news cycle for Marvel movies in the first place. And it's not because 99% of this stuff is wrong. It's not. So when we were hearing Damson Idris for weeks and weeks and weeks, and people were denying it, saying we couldn't know, and the Marvel Studios is like, we're not casting for T'Challa. Well, okay, but this concept art says that you are, and it is Damson Idris. But you guys let me know all your thoughts down below. Is this the right new Black Panther, and how hyped does this concept art have you? Again, if you missed all of that, we put the frames in a video and broke it all down for you. That will be linked down in the description and at the end of the video. Make sure to check that out. Of course, we're also still giving away PlayStations at the channel for every Marvel drop, TV and film this year. Just be a sub, leave a comment, because it's truly random. More videos you comment on, better chance you have of winning. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at IamFires. Find me.
All right. So listen, so like I said, I will leave the link in my description so you guys can go back and watch this video. And he does have he did do a Doomsday link, I'm sorry, a Doomsday leak video that you guys can check out if you guys have not seen that. So I'll leave that also. But that's this Damson. If you guys know, he's my top choice. I think Damson is a fantastic actor, and for those who know, if y'all watched Snowfall, to me, in my opinion, was masterful, and just the way Damson was able to navigate different parts of Franklin, because Franklin's the character, different parts of Franklin's life. So in the beginning, you see Damson as just a young kid, want to get some money, don't know no better, green, naive, the whole nine. Then he starts selling weed, selling drugs. He kind of gets his feet wet in a drug game, and then he meets Teddy, which is a CIA agent. And you know, if you guys know any of the stories about the drug and crack epidemic and the CIA in the 80s, then you know already. But the way they end it, because you see him going, like I said, you see him going from a kid to this top boss, no nonsense drug dealer. And then the end was so tragic, because I don't want to give nothing away if you guys haven't seen it, but please watch Snowfall. Like, the way it ended, so realistic. I mean, yeah, you got people who dabble in that lifestyle, and they may have gotten killed, went to jail, or something else could happen. And there's something else happening. I've never seen a story go that route before in these types of movies or TV shows. So the way Damson played that was dope. So, you know, and then he's coming up. He has a new movie with Brad Pitt coming out. I think it's called F1, about you know, the Formula One and racing, the whole nine. And so yeah, he's definitely coming up and getting more roles. He's a great actor already. So listen, if this news is true, I'm here for it. Okay. because I think he's gonna body T'Challa. Um, so yeah, so let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like I said, I do not want to make this video too long. We're going on 20 minutes. So if y'all watched it, I hope y'all watched the whole thing. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I do got more videos coming for you guys. Like I said, make sure you guys like and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification button. I'm gonna leave a link to this guy's link YouTube channel. I'll leave the link to this guy's YouTube channel. Also, I'm gonna leave the link to my homegirl Z, who has her own clothing line called Hustle. Y'all check that out as well. And I will see y'all soon. On the flip side, here's East.